Hey guys, how you doing? It's Nolan. We've just dropped our Wednesday watch list to our traders, so I thought we'd do a YouTube video showing you some of the charts on there and what we've got our eye on for the rest of the week. We send our watch list out twice a week with what we are looking for. We send it out on Sunday night, what we're looking at for the rest of the week, and also on Wednesday, just as an update on some of the charts we were talking about in the first watch list on Sunday, or if other things have come up which could produce trading opportunities. If you're interested in actually getting the watch list directly to your mobile, then drop us a comment and we will get back to you and tell you how you can do that. Right, so today is, as you can see, 7th of April. So this is the watch list that we've sent out. So I'll go through some of the charts and just give you an idea of what we are looking for. I'm going to actually close that down and just go through. I've got some of the charts highlighted here. So Aussie USD. Let's break this down and look at the 4-hour chart first of all. Okay, so for 4-hour chart, we were in this nice uptrend here. I can actually draw a trend line. And now you can see we've actually changed cycle. We were in this big move to the upside, and now we've broken the trend line. And it's not just a fact that we've broken the trend line. We've broken the trend line, come back, formed a lower high, retested the trend line and rejected. Okay, so we're changing trend, or we have changed trend. So right at this moment in time, we have a new trend line, and that is this one here, where before we were using this one for our uptrend. We're now looking for sellers, basically. If we want to if we want to trade with the trend, then we're looking to sell. Okay, so we've got our 1, 2, and we may get a third touch here. Now I've joined these highs here. We seem to have a little bit of a structure. As you can see, we've got a CTL here, counter trend line. So a couple of things we think could happen here. Okay, we could have a little push up into the current trend line and the top here, this resistance, and bounce. So if we come into that zone, okay, we're going to look for a rejection. Something like this, a nice 4-hour rejection candle there would be absolutely ideal. Okay, we can take that, we can place a sell stop underneath it, is one way of doing it. If we get that momentum to the downside, we can bank some money, bank some profit from the trade as we approach this CTL, just in case it bounces. We can bank some money, put it to break even, and then look for the breakout, and then we can potentially look for a second trade. Now it might not come and test the top here, it may just break through. We will have to wait and see what happens. Now we've got FOMC meeting minutes at 7 o'clock this evening, which obviously could affect this pair. Okay, FOMC meeting minutes from the US, but that's what ideally that would be the situation. Okay, and we can trade it into support, which we've connected these bottoms of these candles here and here, acting as support, coming down around about 7,500 would be a nice target. So that's something we are looking at, and we're watching to see how that plays out. Another USD pair of interest is pound USD. Now pound USD, or pound, is seasonally bullish at this time of year. Okay, now that does not mean that we automatically start buying it. We have to have a technical setup before we start buying it. And right at this moment in time, and especially today, GBP has been very weak, one of the weakest currencies. If I have a little look at the pound pairs, We've started to see, you can see GBP AUD is just about breaking even there. But otherwise, you know, against the USD, it's down 0.61%. CAD, it's down 0.23. Swiss franc, down 0.89. And it's basically down against everything else, but it's just about breaking even against the Aussie. So GBP is not having a great day today at all. Just want to show you the bigger picture. We've got this well-respected trend line. Okay, well-respected trend line. So it's possible that we could see one more down, maybe come and test this trend line and then bounce, and then see price push up into this weekly resistance level. If we just look to the left, there's a very nice level here where price has tested a couple of times. We had the previous high here, but wasn't as high as this normal, this weekly resistance here. So we're thinking we could push down into the trend line. Okay, trend line's going to act as support. We then start to see buyers come in and head towards that weekly resistance, heading towards that big number 1.44. So when you look at the smaller time frame, I'm just going to delete that because we don't need it. It does look as though price is in a corrective pattern here. We could we can almost do that as well. Okay. Now we're looking for the breakout, and it looks like it has broken out. We've actually closed underneath the CTL, the counter trend line. So that's a good sign that we could start to see further downside on this now. And like I say, GBP has been weak all day. Now, the problem with this is I wouldn't get too excited and start trading this straight away. It's because we've got those FOMC meeting minutes in a little while. It's probably about half an hour from now, so I'll try and get this video out ASAP. So, but potentially we could come into 136,500, somewhere around there, or maybe test that big number 137, and then look to bounce. And maybe we'll see that seasonality kick in. Let's pick another pair off the watch list. Swissy has been very, very strong actually the past couple of days. Okay, we've broken this trend line on Swiss USD CHF. Some very, very nice moves there, as you can see. Got a nice cycle and a correction, but then it's actually been very, very, very sharp without any kind of serious correction. Now we have identified this area here, 93,200, where previously this has acted as resistance. So we're going to be watching. In fact, I should have my alert set, but I haven't got it set, so I'm going to put it right now. I'm going to be looking, and we are going to be looking for price to come back into this zone. And we need to see sellers come in. We need to see this area, this price defended, okay, by the sellers. So look for an evening star pattern potentially, or a shooting star, engulfing seller candle, something which tells you that sellers have come in. Don't trade any moving candles, okay? Look for closed candles. Trading moving candles is very, very dangerous. So look for closed candles, okay? You want to see a rejection from here. Now we'll choose one more, and it won't be USD related. We'll look at CAD Swiss. Okay, CAD Swiss. Again, looking for that Swiss strength to come in. Look at CAD Swiss. It's just been kind of one directional. Had a little bit of a pullback here, but otherwise it's just dropped. Not really offering traders a way into the trade. Now we have seen this trend line here broken. Ideally, do you remember Aussie when I showed you Aussie? Let's just go back to it. When I drew in the previous trend line that had been broken, let me just do it again for you guys. I think it was this one here, where basically we broke out and we retested the trend line. So we can look for something very, very similar on CAD Swiss. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but if it does, then absolutely brilliant, fantastic. but we've broken this trend line with a very impulsive move. It would be great to see this trend line retested now and rejected. So again, looking for an evening star pattern, engulfing salad candle, shooting star, some kind of rejection candle or candlestick pattern for us to sell. There's a nice little zone here just below, or just around 73.40, which has acted as, I'm going to actually push it up a little bit, which has acted as support. So a nice little trade from here into 73.40 would be great, but we need to see that pullback. We need to see that rejection. So that's just, I don't want to give you the whole watch list, obviously, because that's exclusively for traders, but that's just, you know, a few charts of interest which you can watch out for. You can see if our ideas do play out, and if they do, then potentially and hopefully you've got some opportunities there to make yourself some pips. So don't forget, it's FOMC meeting minutes a little bit later on, 7 p.m. And just be careful if you're trading any USD pairs. So from me, Nolan, and the team, have a great rest of your Wednesday, great rest of your trading week, and we will see you soon. Bye.